Hi guys, I am usually all about laser cutting, but I love diving into new craft projects, and today I am going to test and review this awesome tufting machine which I received from Clawlab. If you are interested, I have discount codes and affiliate links dropped below, but let's unpack this and see what it can do. I have never ever tried tufting a rock or anything like that before, so it's really exciting to see how this will go. Let's start by opening the box and see what's inside. There's actually a ton of stuff inside. So first of all, we have the tufting gun. We have a lot of colors of yarn, a little foam piece. This might be fabric for the back of the rock. I think it is. And let's move this. There's another box inside. So this one is really well packaged as well. And I think it is the stand, and it is. So inside here you will find the tufting frame. And I of course need to assemble this, which I will do on video just to show you how easy it is. If it is easy, I have no idea. As said, I've never tried it before. You have the fabric that you need to tuft on, and here is the remaining parts to the frame. A screwdriver and assembly stuff. I will take a look in the manual and let's see how easy it is to set up. I was going to make a tutorial on how to assemble the frame for the Clawlab. This process did, however, take 10 minutes, so I figured that it was better to make a separate video on this topic. I will have this uploaded very soon on my channel. You can find the link in the up right corner once it is ready, or subscribe and follow my channel. But the assembling was actually really easy. The only thing that you need to remember is that you don't have to screw in the screws until you have both bars assembled. But if you follow the instructions, it's pretty straightforward. And now it's time to attach this to my table. But since I am working with a pallet table, my edge of the table is way too wide. So I will cheat a little and use this tabletop piece instead. This piece of wood is wide enough, but let's hope it's also strong enough. But adding it on the table is really easy because you have these two knobs over here. And if I take it this side, it will tighten. If I bring it the opposite side, it will loosen. So I just have to loosen it enough so it can fit over the edge of my countertop. And there you go. I will probably have to place something heavy, or maybe I can just place it over here. And once again, I did decide to speed up this part a little bit too. I will, if you want, include the full guide on how you set up your fabric in the frame. But it's pretty easy if you, as said, follow the instructions. So you have to roll your fabric on the hole that you will add to the top. Once you have it added, then it's time to slide in the fabric and tighten the frame. You do this by sliding the fabric between the crossbars, and then you lock the upper and lower knob on the right side. Be aware that they do rotate in two different directions depending if you're turning the lower or upper knob. You then open up the fabric tension slots on both sides and you fasten the left and right springs to secure the fabric edges. Once they are secured, you press the handle way down. I didn't fully press them down, so you can see what will happen when you don't do that. It's really important that you press them down all the way. With my camera here in place, it's time to pack out my tufting machine, which I have right here. So let's open this box and see what's inside. And in here you have a full suitcase. And you have a charger, and depending which nationality you are and what plug you choose, this is the EU plug. You can change them. It has American plug installed already, so this is actually a converter. All plugged in, and you just place the cord down here. Let's see what happens if I turn it on. So there you go. Whoops, and I probably had to take that off first. So let's see if I can add some yarn to this and we can start tufting. I actually just discovered that the suitcase over here opens on both ends. And here you have some additional tools and you have the manual. So I will just read the manual and check out how to apply it. Adding the yarn actually seems a lot easier than I imagined. So let's just pull this over here. I don't know what to make yet, but I was thinking about making my mom a huge flower. She's really into flowers, so this will be the middle. And she loves purple, so let's make her a purple flower. I also brought a Sharpie so I can draw the flower. But to apply the yarn over here, you just pull it through these two holes. Apparently, hopefully, oops. And I do think that some of the tools in the back would have been handy for this. So this one is actually to make it a little easier. So if I just pull it through here, like that, I can pull it through here and pull it through here. And I should have a hole down here where I also have to pull it through. So I did remove my needle thing just a little bit too fast. So let's add in the yarn again and pull it through the hole here. And now my black should be ready. So let's draw a little flower and I will start tufting. Now this might not be the prettiest flower in the world, but cross your fingers that this will actually work. Here we go. Whoops, this didn't exactly go as I had planned. It is totally my fault and a rookie mistake because I didn't tighten my canvas enough. So after rereading the manuals, I did tighten it some more. Apparently you have to push these way down as much as you can. And once they are pushed down on both sides, you have to tighten these as much as you can. So you can see I just gave it one more notch. So now it is tight as in tight. It wasn't before. So this is how you want your fabric to look like. I did, however, manage to make one of these, and I can just show you how easily it is to remove them afterwards, which is why you do have to cover it with something on the back when you are making these type of rocks. But let's try again. I did draw a new flower. I wanted it to look a little prettier, so I actually went in and made a few more lines. So I'll just trace it again with a blue pen so I can see where I want to go. So my flower looks a little bit more like I wanted. This one is drawn by hand, but of course, if you are going to make these as a living or something else, you could use a projector to trace the image that you are going to tuft. I wanted to show you a little bit about the tuft machine. Right now, this whole circle is green. If you turn this, you can actually change colors. So see how it will add in some blue when I'm taking it this direction. That means that the machine will go a whole lot slower. And this is a better pace for beginners like me. So once I have this how I want it, I can increase the speed by just adding more green to it. But let's add in the yarn again and see if we can get this to work this time. So again, I am taking the thread here and I will loop it through one of the needles. You then slide it in through these two. Then you have a hole in the top. And you have a hole right here, which you can also slide it through. And let's see if I can get my needle thing out. I'll just pull back a tiny bit. So this one you can actually adjust as well by moving it back or forth. And if you use the hex key that came with it, you can slide this a little to adjust it to the thickness of yarn which you are using. So once again, I did learn something new, because if you don't release some yarn to do it, it will actually block. So let's try again and show you. If you hit mode, it will go to the last mode you used. And now it's actually working. And it's pulling up the string exactly as it's supposed to. So let's try the flower over here again. So I will add in. It's not as easy as it looks maybe, but I think I am getting to a point where I know how to control this thing. So make sure that you are pushing when you are tufting, otherwise your machine will release and you have a little scissor down in the machine which will cut your thread. And again, make sure that you have some excess yarn laying, because otherwise it will just cut it over. This is definitely a little harder than it looks. Once you get a hang of it, it's actually not that hard. The important part is to make sure that your Clawlab has enough yarn to work with, so it doesn't just cut it and you are using it without any yarn. I also found out that these stripes doesn't matter. This one does, because it's clearly a hole. But if you do have some flaws, you can easily run over them again, and also you can peel out stuff which you don't want. But I'll just cut some of these larger pieces and I will continue with coloring of my design. For coloring, I actually saw that you just run around in stripes, which is what I will try to do as well. But please bear with me because this is my own first project ever. I have never used a machine like this before. So I would love to hear what you think down in the comments. But let's try and color it in now. I am done, and it actually only took around 15 minutes to make this. I did run out of the purple yarn, so I will be ordering more because I do see that the gaps are too wide, so I can actually see the light passing through. I did try to cover the yellow a little more evenly, but for a first try, and although I had some beginner troubles, this was actually really easy. But let's bring you to the other side where the actual carpet is. This is my finished flower rug. I really think my mom is going to be happy about it. It might not be the prettiest, but I'm sure I'll get there. Anyway, I will start looking for materials for this little hobby because I actually had a blast making it. What do you think? Does it look like, or do you like it? I will have to get some glue so I can glue the back of the carpet felt on so I can actually use it as a little rug. Also, I am thinking that I will buy one of the trimmers so I can make some funny little details. But first of all, I do need to get some more purple because there are a little too much space between here. But let me know if you want to see more of these crazy projects. If you are interested in the Clawlab machine, I do have an affiliate link as well as a discount code drop below in the description. I had a blast making this and hopefully you enjoyed watching. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, please like the video, and I will see you soon.